So it's once again another week, of course. This week I plan on doing just some, normal like books or money because I do need both of those. I do think I think books are going to be in general more useful because you can get more from basically anywhere, and books are more, you need to specifically farm for them to get a lot of them. So I think we'll be spending resin on books most of the week, but we're also going to be dropping 60 on this because I'm not skipping this, right? I think we're just going to do Obsidian Domain or Obsidian Codex just because it's easy and I need both the artifact set, anything else strongbox. So I think that's just like going to be the easiest thing to do. It's just this. So we're just going to do 3 runs of this, go condense resin, and then go to books. That's going to be our resin spending this week. I think I had this idea for a video that I might do. I don't know if I'll do it this week or not, because I do need to do theater. Like I want to do theater, so I need to do theater anyway. But I want to make a video about some game demos that I like because I found a couple. Oh god. Because I've been playing quite a few of them, and they've been really fun. So I wanted to just introduce them to you people who might not have played them before, because I mean, a lot of them, some of them came from, one of them is from a video. If you watch the Iron Pineapple, he makes videos on, he plays and reviews 8 Souls games, like demos or whatever. Like demos of Souls games, and one of them that I might talk about is from that video. So but I might also find a different one. I don't know, but I just think it'd be a fun thing to do.
Tell me what you see. Bow your head.
I don't know, I'll think about it.
Be sanctified.
I just watched Java the Cup's new video on Navia for Geo only, and he spent like so many hours finding the the rings for the Natlan tribes to get their sanctifying elixir so he could craft an artifact, and it's just hilarious to me. I already did all that. Obviously he has multiple accounts, right? But like, it made me want to go explore for the rings, but then I remembered I already have all the rings, so like that's kind of pointless. Oh, I did watch a Saluna made a video yesterday. Not yesterday, one of the days. He made a video the other day about putting Varessa on prototype Amber, because she has, you can use her short burst after you do the fancy jumps. You can do the short burst because she has that. You can get a lot of healing out of Varessa. So that was just a funny thing to see. Like, that's an interesting thing. I really want to get my account to the point where I can mess around with fun teams, or like, funny teams, or teams that are goofy and like not specifically good. I think that'd be it. That's probably realistically my goal, is to get to the point where I can make teams that aren't full of the most powerful units in the game and still clear Abyss and the things like that. That's the end goal for me. I think that'd be very fun. I do think that in order to do that, I'm going to need like a ton of support units more than DPS units. I mean, if I end up getting, or I don't think it's an if, when I end up getting Sitlolly, because I definitely want to pull Sitlolly. But when I end up getting Sitlolly, if I get her, I don't want to put her and Mob Week on the same team. I really don't. Like that's just so boring. It's like, that's the meta combo, right? That seems really boring. I do want to do a Gaming Melt team. I think that's what I would put her on for the most part, would be Gaming Melt, just because it'd be funny to put Sitlolly on a fucking Gaming Melt team. I just think it'd be hilarious. We'll see. I do want to build Gaming. Honestly, if I got like if I put like another Catalyst unit on this team and gave them prototype Amber, maybe somebody can burst a lot, and then gave Nuvolette the other funny weapon that I have. Like, that honestly might be a little bit better than having Nuvolette on prototype Amber, because I don't think Nuvolette can particularly heal consistently enough to keep everybody alive. And I'm hoping this event gives us some good artifacts, because, you know, I have been farming for artifacts a lot recently, and I'm kind of annoyed that I haven't really got anything that I need yet. Like crit damage circlet on freaking Obsidian Codex, please. Game, I need it. I was just about to ask. I was literally just about to say, I wonder what the 4 stars are going to be on Venti's banner, but then I remembered that they've already been announced. I've already seen it. The Farazan would be a very good pull, very good character to pull for me, because I really want to do DPS Landian, and having C6 Farazan is a really good thing for that. But I don't think I'm gonna pull for Shalonen or Varessa, or not Varessa, for Venti, just because like Venti, obviously I already have him. Like I'm not somebody who typically pulls for constellations. Venti is one of the few characters I think I'd be interested in pulling for constellations, but I'm not too worried about it. You know, he'll always rerun. He's an Archon, so he'll rerun pretty regularly compared to some characters. But I do think Shalonen would be a very good character to get. But, you know, Versa, I don't regret Versa at all. She's super fun, and, you know, she's very strong, which I enjoy. And I just enjoy playing her. I think her playstyle is very fun. I don't regret it at all. What is this? Vulnerable to Hydra. Amazing. But I do think Shalonen would be an amazing character to get. So maybe on another rerun after this one, because I don't think I'm going to end up getting her. I don't know. We'll see. Something could always happen. You know, maybe I get 8 million Prima Gems for no reason. All of a sudden, you know. Who knows? I enjoy doing Reputation. Like, the Reputation grind can be fun, but it takes so long that it kind of ruins all the fun you get from doing Reputation. Like, I do kind of wish Reputation was only like you can knock it out in like half the time you can now. I mean, I don't think you need to do Reputation to like reach the end of the game pretty much, but I think you do need to do. I think Reputation is a thing that I think you should just do to do it. You know, you get cool gliders out of it and everything. I think that it is a fine thing to do. And like I said, I can enjoy doing it, but I do think it takes it's a little bit long for my taste. Especially the more recent nations seem to have increased the amount of points you need to max it out. All right, we're done. That is Reputation done. Diddly done. Very quick, very easy. Reputation is also one of the things that, like, after you get in the groove of it, it's great. I've been enjoying Fontaine's Reputation way more than Sumeru's. I think it's just because I like Fontaine more, so that does help. But I still have a lot of, you know, we still have weeks and weeks to go. I'm interested in Natlan's Reputation though. I'm interested to see how it's gonna be, how it's gonna work. I think reputation wise for Natlan, I'm gonna go in order of the tribe. So Children of Echoes, and then Signs of the Canopy, and then People of the Springs, and then Master of the Night Wind, and then the Bird People, and then Collective of Plenty. Flower Feather Clan, that's their name. I think that's the whatchamacallit, that's the order I'm gonna go in. I tend to like to do things in release order, so it's just how I am. Okay, it's Tuesday, and I thought that the other banners would be out right now, but they're not. We still have 5 hours, so same thing we did yesterday. Artifacts and then books. I believe this will save me about 60, so yep, perfect. All right, cool. I'm just gonna condense resin first, so I don't have to do it later, because I don't feel like doing it later. And I'm just in leeway for a change of scenery. I tend to hang around Mondstadt and Fontaine and Natlan a lot, so I wanted to change it up. Speaking of Natlan, here we go. Over the Natlan, so I can spend my normal resin. Don't spend condensed resin. I went to bed at like 6 a.m. last night. That's because I was busy. I was up late cooking Trial. I was playing Schedule 1. And if you don't know what Schedule 1 is, and you're a big video game fan, what kind of rock have you been living under? Schedule 1 is currently the biggest Steam game, like the biggest game on Steam at the moment.
Quick as a flash.
So, you know, and it's a game where you know, make and sell drugs because it's, I don't know, it's funny. It's none of it's realistic or anything. It's a fun game. I just put 8 hours into it last night, and I got it at like 9 or 10. Animo damage. And that has been good. I haven't really been reading anything. Flowers, great. I haven't really been reading anything just because I'm kind of at the point where I've run out of things to read. Like I am reading something, but it's not very good. It's okay. You know, I was thinking about maybe I should put Mavuika on like instructors or something, or like a different artifact set, so she's not doing crazy damage and still there to, you know, give um buff for resto and do overloads and stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna probably take a look. Pyro damage bonus. Onset pyro damage bonus. Alright, Mavuika, what pyro damage bonus goblet do you have? Crit rate okay. Literally not very, it's not, yeah. I got Mavuika doesn't need Mavuika does not need oh man. Why I did not know my Zhongling build was this ass. What the hell? Put this on. I literally thought I knew it was exiles and my exiles pieces are horrible, or emblem, not exiles. Yeah, I have 1 gold feather. I should honestly probably switch these because I don't use Xingqiu as much as I use. I don't know. I like farming books. It's very fun to just kind of chill out and farm books. They're super easy. It's Wednesday now. I just saw that the Abyss reset, which is great. You know, I beat it. After all my struggles, now I have to do it all over again. Let's go, baby. I mean, we're just doing what we normally do. And the theater video was good. It was fun to make. Actually, completing theater was fun. Well, I say completing. Didn't beat visionary mode or haven't done Visage Echoes. Like, there's still a lot that I can do, but you know, it's funny to say it's complete and then put. Then I just thought it would be funny to, you know, put it's been beaten and then put a bunch of corrections in the title as well. Like, I make a lot of choices depending on if I find them humorous. Okay, it doesn't particularly matter to me. I was thinking literally yesterday, while recording, actually when I was done recording the theater video, I was thinking, should I skip weekly bosses to do artifacts? But then I realized I could just do both. It doesn't particularly matter. Kind of out of it today. Geo damage bonus, yay! For all the Geo DPSs I have. Boom, final one. And then we move on the books. What's again? I don't know. I feel like I haven't been talking very much, but like, I don't know. Electro damage, sure. And I've been thinking about what Archon I want to get next. And I do think the most useful one, I'm torn between Nahida and Raiden, because I do think Nahida would probably be the best one for me to get, because I don't particularly have Denjo characters. I don't have any good Denjo characters. Like, if you look at my Denjo character list, I have, you know, Kenichi, Tainari, but like off-field Denjo, I really only have Kawa, Yao Yao, Kirara, and DMC, the Denjo Traveler. So like, these are like the only ones that I have. And I know Baiju can be good, but he needs a whack ton of ER if you want to do that, because he needs to consistently burst. And solo Denjo's not very good. So I do think Nahida would probably be the best Archon for me to get, just so I have a good Denjo character. But I also think Raiden would be really good, because Raiden is strong and, you know, it's Raiden. But I don't know. I do think Nahida would probably be the best Archon for me to get. Obviously, my choice of Archon would be Zhongli. I think Zhongli, like, if I didn't care about getting strong characters, I would get Zhongli, because Zhongli would just be a fun character to have, and I really like Zhongli, so.
Go. You're free now. Let the mighty.
But I do think getting Nahida is probably the best Archon option. Now, I do want to collect all the Archons. It's just what I want to do. I don't know. That's just how I am. Considering I got, you know, I now have Venti, Farina, Mavuika, right? I have half of the ones that are out at the moment, so I just want to collect the rest of them as they come out and as they rerun. But I do think Nahida is probably going to be the best one to get next if she reruns. I do think like Nahida and Raiden reran pretty close together, I think, last time. So I do think I don't know, but I think getting Nahida is probably going to be the best option. I don't know. I could just get a different Dendro character too. I would really want Emily, honestly. Like if I got to choose a Dendro character, I would choose Emily probably. I mean, I don't know like who are Dendro characters are. Let's see, Dendro. Like, yeah, I mean, it's only these guys. So like I do think Nahida is probably the best one. I want Emily just because I think Emily would be fun, and then Alhaitham would be fun, but I'm not particularly, you know, interested in him. But I do think Nahida is probably going to be the best Dendro character for me to get. And if we look at Electro, I mean, I want Clorinde. I would choose Clorinde over Raiden because I think Clorinde would be more fun. Clorinde. And then I also want Sethos. Sethos is one of the few I think these are literally the 2 4-stars I don't have. Are these guys? If we look through here, like there's Sethos, there's Dory, and I think I have every other 4-star in the game. So I want Sethos because I think Sethos would just be fun to play. I do think Nahida is probably going to be the best Dendro character, the best Archon for me to choose because, you know, there's different options for Raiden, for off-field Electro stuff too, right? Especially now that we have this guy. This guy is a pretty good off-field Electro character, so I like him. Build a whack ton of ER, and then you get your burst back very consistently, especially when you're in a team with 2 other ER or Fab users. It's so funny. Anyway, that's Wednesday. Nothing else to do. I'll see you Thursday for nothing. Goodbye. Okay, it's Thursday. It's also 5:30 p.m., but we don't talk about that. I was really tired, so I didn't wake up on time, but who cares? We just do what we need to do. I think after this, I'm going to replenish some resin with the thing you get from the teapot, the thing you can buy. Because yeah, I don't want to I want to be able to get a nice amount of resin tomorrow and not, you know, not get any. And if I need to drop a fragile resin, I'll do that. I'm not too worried, right? I have 50 something of them. Yeah, I have 55 of them. So I still have a lot of fragile resin. Okay. So the Abyss video from Monday went crazy. Well, you know, it went crazy for my standards. I haven't checked it today, so it might be a little bit higher, but last night it was at like 900 views, and like there were like so many comments. I did try to respond to every single one, but there was a lot of nice stuff in there, and I liked it, so thank you for that. And you know, obviously a lot of advice and that type of thing, and all that, so very nice. Sadly, this current Abyss is not particularly good for me or just in general. It's just not a very good Abyss, so that sucks, but it's not that big of a deal. I did not mean to do that. I just accidentally used a condensed resin. Well, I guess we're lower on condensed resin now. Oops. I always do that. I'm so used to just pressing the condensed resin button. Well, whatever. I remember one of the comments I talked about not having a, you know, I do think getting a healer on this team would make it better. And I talked about not having an Anemo healer, completely forgetting that Jean existed. So Jean might honestly be a good addition. Like, replace Kazuha with Jean, although obviously doing that will remove a little bit of the off-field application that I can get, but I don't think that's a big deal. But like, put Jean on this team instead, and then you have a ton of healing that keeps the team alive more. I don't know if Jean heals off-field characters. Like, I don't know if I stand in the circle with Farina, will, you know, Ororon and Nuvalet also get healed? I don't know if that happens with Jean, but I do still think that getting Jean might be a good option. I did kind of forget that she existed because I always tend to forget about the standard banner characters. So I might look into that. She's already level 70 with enough boss materials to go to 80, right? She's pretty much, I can pretty much level her to 80 if I wanted to, so it's not a big deal. But I am still low on resources and the like, so I'm going to stave off for probably another week or so. Dang it. You know, ER on HP, that's probably fine. Maybe somebody has off-piece sands like Nuvi or somebody. I don't know. And like I could obviously put a I was thinking like, oh, I could put an electro healer, but the only electro healer I have is Kuki, and Kuki wouldn't really work with this team because Kuki's electro application is more of a close range thing, and Neuvillette does not like to stay close range. And then I lose scroll buff from Auroron, which is the whole reason Auroron is on here. It's an ER sand, sure. The whole reason Auroron is on here is to give scroll buff. So if I don't have Auroron, I lose scroll buff. Like, and I could put a Yonsun, but Yonsun is better elsewhere, right? So it's just a dilemma. So I do think looking into Jean is probably going to be better. And then I also got the advice that my rotations suck. So I'll definitely have to look at those. I don't know a lot about rotations, and I'm not particularly interested in learning how to like rotate properly with like meta rotates or anything. That's why I like to slap a bunch of ER on characters. But I have found out, you know, you see in my Varesa team that having a ton of ER on characters means that I get fucked up with burst cooldowns. So it's just a bit of a struggle. So I think I'm going to need to practice a little bit. I think this team is probably fine. I think going from Farina into Auroron into Anemo is probably technically better, but I don't want to actually swirl Electro, so I do Farina, Kozva, and then Auroron. And then I remember I got a comment talking about how I could use like Lanyan or Hazo, and they were like, oh yeah, use Lanyan or Hazo on like prototype Amber. And I was like, why would I do that? Like, I have Neuvillette on prototype Amber, and then I realized that was in reference to needing an Anemo healer using prototype Amber on one of those. I'm just stupid, so you know. I realized that after the fact. So if you were the one who left that comment, I don't remember exactly who it was, but yeah, I figured out what you were meaning. I'm just dumb. I don't know. For what I took a look at this abyss, this current abyss, it does not look good. Hydrotopa, the stupid pillar guy is also back, which is like JoJo reference, but like I don't know. This abyss just also doesn't look very fun. And also apparently there's a floor with 60 fucking enemies on it because of Venti, which is just funny. That is just funny. I don't know what to tell you. That is hilarious. As a Venti, you know, lover, like that's so funny. I'm glad they're trying to I'm glad they tried to make the abyss at least somewhat relevant to Venti, even though, you know, he's not the most relevant character nowadays, which sucks. See, I think I only have 20 resin because I accidentally, you know, spent a condense, but that's fine. I still haven't done the practice runs or the trial runs, but I don't need to. I did the test runs. I did Shilonen's back when she first came out, and I play Venti all the time. And like I've played Beto and Yellow. These would be good to do for the Noctilus Jade, and that is all. I think. But yeah. Anyway, that's Thursday. I'll see you Friday. Weekly bosses, of course. Okay, it's Friday. I teleported over here because I was like, oh, I got a condensed resin, but then I remembered it is Friday, so I don't have to because we're doing weekly bosses. We are going to do weekly bosses first. I do kind of want to replace one of them, but I don't particularly want to do that right now. So I think we're just going to do Arlecchino first because I have this name out. I have the team out that I fight Arlecchino with. So I think it'll just be easier to, you know, do Arlecchino first. I have been watching recently, like this past week, I've been watching a video. If you're in the RuneScape content area, like you watch RuneScape content, if you don't know Jimmy, he made a series called By Release where he played all the quests in RuneScape, OSRS, Old School RuneScape, in the order that they released in, and he compiled all the episodes and put them into one video, and it is 23 hours long. And I am 14 hours into it. So it's been good to rewatch. I enjoy that video.
Afraid? Or do you not even have the courage to be afraid?
Adorn my night.
Is it my
Tell me what you see.
With these rising flames?
The tides beckon.
Oh, I'm not.
Now that's
Charge tank. Ow.
With the fall of darkness, destruction shall
Go!
rise.
You're free now!
Have a taste of purgatory.
Be sanctified.
Look at you. Trapped like a bunch of helpless ants.
Not oversight on
Ow.
my part.
Is it my turn
Oh, this fight is amazing. I actually really like this fight.
now? Not bad. The bird's proven
Tell me
to
what
be
you
a
see.
worthy opponent after all. Time to shine. With
Silence.
these rising flames.
Unironically, one of the best fights in the game, probably. It's so good. Oh, second phase. There we go. I don't know. I really like this fight. I still have not done the story quest, but you know, that's whatever. Then after this, we do Natland boss and then something else. I don't know which other one. I'll have to take a look at what I need. Probably Ashtaha, honestly. It'd be cool if they made a boss where you're forced to use Traveler.
My blade
far
is
now.
all that
Go.
remains.
You're free now. The tides beckon.
Like if they gave you like a buffed version of Traveler and you were forced to use them, I still want some way for them to make it so that Traveler can switch flawlessly between the elements while in actual gameplay like you can in the lore. I think that'd be really good. It'd be really cool.
Sometimes is only the beginning.
Free. Tell me what you see.
Let's see how strong he is.
Let the mighty be humble. When the tide comes.
Okay, I swapped in the, oh, he's dead. I swapped in the Nuvolet right as she did her big attack. That's so stupid. Ooh, 2 drops and a chunk. No dream solving, that's fine. I swapped in the Nuvolet right as she did her big damaging attack. So he just died. That's so funny. I still don't like, I understand to do a charge attack to clear the bond of life, but it always gets put on the person the character who has is like the worst character to do that. I realize I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just, you know, start it. Go from here. Makes it easier. But like it just sucks. I should actually look who needs weekly bosses first. Because I think Mavwika would honestly probably be good. But she's this boss, so that's fine. Baressa is also this boss, yep. Eonson is Arlecchino. Don't know what she is because I have yet to level her up. Though I should probably do that. Jean is Dvalin. He's the whale. Ashtaha, whale. Nope, a pep. That's right. She's the whale, of course, and then the whale. And then Ashtaha. We're probably good on Ashtaha, honestly. I'm going to level this so I can see what weekly boss she needs. I don't know. The whale. Okay. Not incredibly useful. That's fine. Like who other weekly bosses I need? So I guess we'll just do the narwhal after this one. Why not? Fight the narwhal. We will be fighting the narwhal with Nuvolet, of course. Makes it easier. They have the Numa or Ulsa attacks or whatever it is, so it just makes it easier to fight him with that.
You will.
I have no burst this one.
Am I at my limit? Pyroclastic surge! You asked for it! Stop right there! Justice o'clock! Control breathing! Stay out of my way!
Hey, I'm trying to switch characters and it's just not letting me. Also, what is this attack? I've never seen this before. I don't think.
Listen to the cries of a world reborn.
Like, I literally don't think I've ever seen that attack before. What was that? I don't have my freaking attack, my skill. What the hell is this? What is happening? I just feel like this game is so broken. What, like everything's just going the wrong way. What is happening? Hello.
Stand down.
Ow.
Drop your weapons. On my mark. Wrath from the sky. You asked for. Hero incoming. Yeah. Yeah. Hero incoming. Yeah. Form first.
I can't hit him. They just hit damage. Okay. I don't know. I'm trying to switch characters, game. Please.
Start the clock. Step aside. Light of the blazing sun. Both drop. Headbutt.
Okay. Dude, this fight is so weird.
Try it.
Like it's just not working correctly.
Hero incoming. Maximum power. Light it up.
I can't see. I can't see. I fucking hate this game. This sucks. This boss is so bad.
Wrath from the sky.
I literally hate this boss so much. Dude, I'm pressing 4. What the hell is happening? This game just like won't switch to the character I'm pressing. I'm also stuck in a corner.
Justice will prevent. Let's move. Oof. It's justice o'clock. Turn.
Also, where's the energy? Dude, something is wrong. This fight is so dog shit. Actually, what is happening? I feel like this fight is just going, it's just not working correctly, I feel like. What is happening? Like none of my attacks are doing what they should do. I have no energy for some reason. What is happening? I like how I dodged that and the game's just like no.
Stop right there. Step aside. Start the light of the blazing sun. Headbutt. Turn. Look out below. Turn. Yeah. You asked for it. Drop your weapon. Step aside. On my wrath from the sky. Try and stop it. Hit turn.
There we go.
Yeah.
Finally, that fight was so bad. I don't know what happened. I just feel like it's everything just nothing just happened now. I feel like it should have. That was so bad. Oh my god. I hate that fight so much. It's just so unfun. You know, I can't wait for the day they put weekly bosses in the Spiral Abyss. Are you kidding me? That'd be so much. That'd be so funny. It'd be so bad. It'd be terrible gameplay, but like it'd be so funny. At least this fight is easy. Yeah. Die. Kind of want to. I want to use this team because it has the it has the Numa or Ulsa mechanics in the second half. So.
Not too far now. Time to say hello.
And you know, Frina is both of those, and Neuvillette is also those. And you can use either one, but like using Frina or Neuvillette is just easier in my case, right?
Go! You're free now.
All right, I feel like the game's not working. I'm pressing buttons and they just don't seem to do anything. Hello?
Silence.
Eh.
Wind strike. Set me free. Settle down.
shit. What? Where did the I use? What the fuck is that? I hate this fight. This fight is also like this fight is very cool and it's not hard, but it's just so annoying to fight. It's so annoying to play this fight because the guy just won't sit still.
Strike a pose. Let my name echoes.
Clouds high. The birds call. Tell me what you see. Farewell. Let the mighty be humble. Bow your head.
Oh, that was it. That phase went by fast. Turns out when you use all your bursts on the guy inside, it does a lot of damage. Okay, what the hell was that? I switched the Aurora on and pressed Q and it just didn't. There is something very wrong in this game. Like, it is not reading my inputs correctly, or maybe I'm pressing them too early, but I feel like I'm pressing them the same as I always press them, so there's no reason it shouldn't work. Oh, I did no damage. Great.
Be free. Settle down.
Rina's almost dead, which is great.
The time is begging.
There we go.
Strike a pop.
Silence. Let the mighty be humble.
Man, he's almost dead. I really have a problem with
Let my name echo in song.
Settle down.
with bosses that just won't stay and like let you hit them and they just keep going invincible. That is really dumb.
Tell me what you see. Wind strike. Silence.
And he should be dead. Then you have to go back and I don't know. I just don't like it when bosses are, you know, invincible for extended periods of time. It stupidly extends the duration of a fight when it doesn't need to be extended, but whatever. Okay, on to artifacts. I just do bosses, weekly bosses first. This is how I am. They're the main event of Friday anyway, so I can't wait until we get a resin extension, like until we get more resin. I feel like we definitely need it. 240, I think, especially because like I don't know if HSR has it, but Zenless has 240. Like, why please give us 240 resin already. I think we're past the age of needing to use 200. Like, I could not even imagine it being modern day using 160. Are you kidding me? Like, that is crazy. But we definitely need 240. We do. We need another condensed resin. Or we need an overflow system. Either one. I would like both, but I do think hydro damage bonus. I do think we need we need extra resin and an overflow system, but one or the other would also be nice. I don't understand how, back in the, I rewatch a lot of when I watch old aggro videos or whatever, and he's playing Nuvolet back around when Nuvolet releases, and they do the charge attack and then they just spin around in a circle. I don't know how they play like that. Like, it's so annoying. I could not play like that. I could not do that. I think my brain would explode from just all the stuff happening. Oh, look at that. 3 drops this time. Great damage? Dang it. Fuck. Right, well, we got a hydro damage goblet. I want to look at what it is. Goblet. There we go. Ow. No. This one. Just crit damage. I do think this is probably better. It's got HP on it. That's double crit, but nothing really. Yeah. I'm just going to keep with the gilded. Or Golden Troop, not Gilded. Okay, well, that's Friday. I'll see you next week. I don't know what we're doing next week, so we could do Abyss. Don't want to do Abyss, but we could do it. Excuse you. Could do Abyss, but I don't want to do Abyss, so I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'll see you next week. Goodbye.